math of this, he doesn't factor in an AUM for March 31, 2021. And so what we've done in this slide is just sort of highlight for you Ms. DiVincenzo sending the amount on the day in question, March 31st, 2020, to Mr. Garofalo, identifying what that AUM was, the corroboration of her sending that also to LPL, and the fact that there was no other number presented, no contrary number presented by anyone on behalf of respondent until after June 13th, when Ms. DiVincenzo was told that she was going to be restricted from her access to clients, and after her resignation. It was actually a little more than a month after that, as highlighted on this slide, July 24th, 2020. All right, so if we, using those numbers, you saw Mr. McLean's testimony as to the adjustments that were made. It was, he made the assumption that it was more than 10% of the households, and he determined through his, calculations that it was approximately 70.8% of the original AUM at the time of closing, the March 31st, 2020, and he utilized that 70.8% number in applying it towards the ultimate payments owed. He also testified as to the dates and timing of installments. We've talked about that a little bit. That's, of course, straight from the APA. And then he provided his breakdown of the payments that are due and owing, contrasting the February 5th, 2021 payment, because that was prior to the measurement date as set forth in the APA, and then showing the remaining balance due and the equal payments of $118,000. He then relied on both the late charge provision within the APA as well as the purchaser default, payment default provision, both applying 5% charges after different periods of time. And he ultimately came up with the math that showed that based on the late fees, now I'm hoping y'all can see this on your screen, but you'll obviously have this slide, but his total for this, for the late fee and the default fee, was the same number he shared yesterday, the $591,200 fee, and then applying and then he applied interest to that as well, and you'll obviously have all of those slides. The other thing he did is the math with respect to what happens. What are the seller's remedies? And this is set forth in the APA, and it very clearly talks about what's